Hi everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I went to HomeSense yesterday and I picked up some new bedding for our guest room, and I was just about to put that on the bed and I realized I could start the video here and show you guys what I bought. I'm just in our laundry room with Jack. This is where he hangs out now. I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, but he had a urinary blockage about a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. Obviously he is much better now, but he is just kind of chilling around. So when that was happening, I had set him up here just kind of away from everything, and now this blanket pretty much lives here, and this is always where he's hanging out just because Cooper can't find him when he's up here, which is kind of funny. He knows he's upstairs, but he cannot figure out where the heck he's gone, but he kind of just hangs out up here above the wash machine and dryer. He has the sun that comes through the window. So he is just loving life. But let me show you what I picked up from HomeSense. So usually when I go there, I honestly never really find anything. I think the one that I go to here, which is over in like Dr. Phillips area, is a little bit smaller than the original one, which is actually over in Lake Mary, which is a little bit further away. So the last couple times I've been there, I've never really found anything, but I did find these two pieces. So before I show you what I'm trying to do in this guest room, which I haven't done anything since I painted it a few months ago, if not like 6 months ago, but I haven't done anything since I painted it, so I'm trying to kind of get things together. I've just been taking my time, but to the point that I haven't been looking for anything. But for the bedding, I kind of wanted to do mismatch, kind of like cottage vibe, but then bringing color into it, so I really just want mix match stuff. I'm gonna try to keep... So what I'm trying to do is keep this pink linen set on the bed and kind of just work with what I've got. I want to change obviously the white bed sheets, add some pillows, maybe add like a quilt or a blanket over the top as well. But what I picked up, now I don't know if this is gonna work, but I had a thing in my head, but I feel like you don't really know if it's gonna work until it's actually like on the bed. So I'm gonna try to do it, see what it looks like, and if it doesn't work, I'll return it. But I picked up these two pink stripy linen pillowcases, or I guess they call them shams. Now I thought I would either take these off and put these on, or put these on another set of pillows. I think for now I'm gonna just switch them because I can wash these two while I'm doing that. But I thought they were really nice pink. It's like a dark pink and a light pink, really, really cute. And I love that they had linen. Now these were $24.99. Then I picked up, also, they are Brooks Brothers, which I didn't even know they did bed linen, but here we are. And then the second thing that I picked up was this Laura Ashley queen set. It's like a floral print, and I thought that they were kind of, they're mismatched, but I thought they look quite cool together along with the pink tones I already have in here. And then like I said, I think if I add some pillows, another blanket or two, I think all of it will kind of tie in nicely together. So let's go ahead and put it on the bed and see what it looks like. Okay, so I think so far so good. I really love this pattern, and I think it looks really nice with the already existing pink linen duvet cover that I got from IKEA when we bought the bed. The only thing that I'm not too much of a fan of anymore is going to be these cushion covers that also came with the bed. This bed is from IKEA, and it comes with these two pillows that tie here. I feel like probably on Etsy I can find maybe pillowcases so I can just switch them out, just to kind of bring in some more color into the bedding and kind of just make everything blend. I feel like this is giving neutral boho, and then this is giving something totally different. But let's put on the new sham pillowcases and see what that looks like. like where we are going. I don't think that this is finished. I think these are too cute to return. I think that they'll look quite cool. What we're missing is something in this area that has a pattern or has these colors pulling in over here. So whether I do like a throw or really thin like quilt maybe, just something to bring in more color. This room is really quite boring in here right now. Let me show you from the door. So this is where you come in. You need to just ignore that. That's just storage that I need to put away, but it's really quite boring at the moment. I haven't done anything. But what I am gonna do is we're gonna switch out these nightstands for some nice wooden nightstands that have storage. And then I'm gonna add a really nice lamp on either side with some pretty lampshades, whether that's linen or a type of fabric, just to kind of draw color into the room. Along with that, we will be adding curtains. I think eventually I wanna get rid of these blinds, but we'll leave them here for right now because the main goal is just to get curtains in here. Again, just to kind of bounce off of this color. It's such a nice color in this room. I think we really need some cool, cool curtains and either of these windows. And then in this corner here, I'm thinking about putting a chest of drawers. I'll put some pictures here of what I've been looking at. Honestly, I'm scared to just pull the trigger and buy one. But this is kind of what I'm looking at. So maybe I'll buy one today or tomorrow. That way I can get it in and just get it set up. But the idea I'm thinking is I don't want to put a TV in this room just because when we do have guests here, it's usually for a short stay, and we had a TV in the guest room previously and it just never got used. So I just don't think it's worth it. I think it'd look cool with a really nice big mirror, maybe another lamp, and then just some stuff on the dresser. We do have this mirror here, which I think I'm gonna hook on to the back of the door, back of the door here, just to kind of get it out of the way, but so that there's a long full-length mirror in here. And then we just need artwork. We need a lot of artwork in here. So I think once we have all those things, it'll really draw it all in together. I think it'll look quite cool with two nice wood nightstands here with some pretty lampshades. And then maybe something on the wall up here. And then we have all this space here too. So I don't know. I need to play around with it. It took me this long to even buy like new bed sheets, so we're getting there. We're getting close. Like I've said before, this carpet is going, and we will have some nice wood floor in here probably. We're actually going on Saturday to look at some floors and hopefully decide on what wood floor we want, and then from there they can measure and we can kind of get that ball rolling. You have this really cool chair here too, where these pillows are just sitting here for the time being, but really cool bamboo, like, I don't know if you call it bamboo. Yeah, you'd call it bamboo chair, and then a matching stool. I actually found these separately and they weren't supposed to be paired together, but I think they look quite cool together. I don't know if I will leave this table or this chair and stool in here. I might move it out just because I don't know if there'll be enough room in here. Maybe move it in to the office for the time being, but I think that they're super cute. I really don't want to get rid of them. All right, so that is our guest room that we're working on. I'm actually gonna, I always keep these little baggies that the bed sheets come in just because they're really good for traveling, to put like your dirty laundry in. You can sometimes fit pairs of shoes in here. I just think that they're worth saving if you travel a lot. But now on to the office. This office literally looks like we've just moved in and we've just dumped a bunch of stuff in here. But I do have to leave in a little bit to pick up Cooper, so I'm going to maybe put in an order with Ace Hardware to get the paint ordered. That way I at least have the paint. I don't know if I'll start painting today, maybe tomorrow, but I definitely need to just start in this room. But this is what it currently looks like. So this is the paint I'm going with. I've actually forgotten the name of it, so I'll put it up on the screen when I go downstairs to pull out the sample that I have. But this is currently the mess of a room. So there is just stuff everywhere. So I'm going to actually put this set on Facebook Marketplace today just to get rid of it. This is the old TV that I mentioned was in the guest room previously that we're not going to use anymore. So I'll put that on Facebook Marketplace as well, along with these cute leather chairs. The idea that I have in my head is to put a really cute comfy chair here in this little nook. You can see that it's kind of just like a little nook with the window. So put like a cute reading chair. I'm gonna search online and see if I can find one that rolls out into like a single bed as well, or can be used as a single bed, just so we have an extra option if people stay over other than the guest room. Over here, I'm thinking of putting some really nice solid wood bookcases here. This between the windows will be where the desk lives, just because there's a couple different plugs here and I think it'll work perfectly. And then Andrew can also have his CFA certificate, I guess you'd call it, up the top here. And then that leaves me this wall once we're done. I really don't know what to do with this. I might just kind of make it, I don't know, like have just a storage unit with a few things, maybe some bar stuff in here. Really not sure. Again, I think I mentioned previously that I kind of want it to be multifunctional, so maybe we have some workout stuff on there, like the yoga mats and things like that. I don't know. I kind of wanted to avoid putting a TV in here. We thought about maybe putting like a projector and a screen in here so it can be rolled up so it's not in the way. But we are just kind of toying with it. I think once I get like the chair and the bookcase and then we start hunting for a desk, we'll try to get a better, we'll start getting a better idea of the space and the room, and then maybe then we can decide what to use with this wall. But the only thing I'm gonna focus on right now is painting it the color that I've chosen, which is like a linen-y color. I need to get that done, get everything off the walls, and then we can start deciding what to do with the space. I desperately need to wash these curtains. They're white curtains and you can see the dust on the top of them, so I definitely need to wash those as well. But I think for right now, oh, I forgot to mention I got 2 new bath mats. So I finally got bath mats in this bathroom. These are from Anthropologie. I feel like my whole life is from Anthropologie, but they're super cute. I found it really hard to find a bath mat for the size between the toilet and all of this that I have here. I didn't want to move this because I use it when I take baths. So it was really hard to find something the perfect size. So I did pick this up from Anthropologie. It's like half a size. I'll link it below, but it's really cute. It's really soft and nice to walk on. And then I actually picked this one up too. So they're similar, almost exactly the same color of ivory. This one is super, super plush, really, really nice. I'm actually thinking about getting one in another color for our bathroom as well. But I think it finishes off the bathroom finally. I just have this fake plant here from the office. I think I am gonna get like a doorstop or something here because this door always wants to close. So I think if we put a little doorstop here when we're not using the room, it just allows the air to flow through and then the light to come through the window. The only thing I have left to do in here is to finish caulking around this window, and then I am gonna take this cafe curtain off, and I think I am gonna put, I will insert a picture here of what I've seen. It's like a blind over a blind. It's kind of weird to explain, but I'll put it here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'm thinking that would look quite nice here. If not, I'm just gonna upgrade the cafe curtain. This is just a cheap one from Amazon, and it's really quite sheer compared to the one that's in our closet that I got off of Etsy. So if anything, I'll just do a switcheroo and order another one of those from Etsy just to give a little bit more privacy, because I feel like if I'm taking a bath at nighttime and I have all the lights on in here, people can see through there. Not that we have a lot of neighbors on that side, but still. So I think after I have ordered the paint from Ace Hardware, I am gonna go sit outside for a little bit and read my book. The weather is super, super nice. It usually always rains in the evening, but it actually doesn't look like it's gonna rain. But yesterday I finished, so I'm reading the Throne of Glass series, and yesterday I finished the Queen of Shadows, which I think is the 4th book? No. 5th book. It's the 5th book of the series. So now I am on the Empire of Storms, which is another like 700-page book. But I'm trying to finish reading the series before we go on our trip. That way I don't have to lug around these massive books. The next 2 books after this are even bigger, so I just don't want to have to lug them around. They're gonna take up the whole weight in my suitcase. So I'm just trying to finish them. That way, when we go on vacation, I can just do a little bit of a lighter read, maybe just get a few books that are like 100 pages, 200 pages, just those types of books they kind of finish in a day or two, just for some light reading while we're on vacation. But I've been really, really enjoying this series. This is actually the 3rd book that I've been reading this week. I finished the book that I've been reading since April that I kind of just stopped reading. And then once I started that, I finished that, I read Queen of Shadows, and now I'm on to this one. So I'm hoping I can kind of get through it by the end of the weekend and start the 2nd to last book of the series. I really, really, really hope that they make this into like a HBO TV show like they did with Game of Thrones. It's such a good series and it would be so good on TV. But she also has the ACOTAR, which is the A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is another good series. So honestly, I feel like all of them could be TV shows. I don't know if they mentioned this online for Throne of Glass, but I know in her other, the A Court of Thorns and Roses, they're mentioning that someone bought the rights to make the TV show. So fingers crossed that comes out in the near future. Probably not for like 5 years when all of us are over the books, but I'm gonna sit outside now and read the book, and then I'll pick up a little bit later, maybe if we head to Ace Hardware to pick up the paint. Okay, hopefully that stays. Ever since we got our windows tinted, my mount wants to just fall off every time I am driving. But luckily Ace Hardware is literally right around the corner, so it's super convenient, so I can actually pick up Cooper on my way back. But I'm gonna do that and then come home. I don't think I'm gonna really go into too much painting this evening. Maybe I'll start painting like the trim or all like the edges and stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna go into rolling or anything like that, because before I do that I need to go through the room and get most of it out, and I think I want to sell the table, the desk, and the chairs before I start doing that. That way they're just out of the way and I'm not having to move them around. So yeah, let's go pick up the paint. Good boy, Cooper. Hey y'all. Did you have fun? Did you have fun? You and Din Din? Let's go get Din Din. It is the next day. You join me in my very messy closet. I am just about to get changed into paint clothes because I'm going to start painting the office. I did put on gym clothes this morning because we went to blood work done, and I thought that I would also make it to the gym, and that is not the case. So I need to switch into my paint clothes. But before I do that, I was just about to set up these little moss poles. My mom recommended getting a moss pole for this plant that's here in the closet. Now that I have received the moss pole, I don't know if it's gonna be tall enough. We'll see. Maybe I'll need to get a taller one. But I got a pack of 2. These are on Amazon. I don't know if it's gonna focus. These are just on Amazon, so I'll link them below, but they should do the trick in kind of guiding this plant to do something but take over my windowsill. So let's quickly set that up. Oh, awesome. So it comes with a little stake, so I put that in the bottom here, and then it looks like I cap this off. But actually, I wonder if you can make it taller using both of them. Let's see. Yeah. All right, cool. So I can literally just stack them on top of each other. I think that's gonna be better just for the size of this plant here. So I think, I'm not a very good angle, but I think if I just put the stake in, it wants to go in, I should be able to just kind of wrap this around. Okay. I'm gonna use some string. It's not gonna stay, but it came with some string, so I think if I just use a little bit of this to hold it up. All right, I think that it worked. Let me show you. So it is super tall. I'm gonna lose some light here just because I'm facing the window, but I think I can probably get it to do this and then come back around one more time, and then I can just go back up. And then maybe eventually I'll probably have to just repot this and put it somewhere else. But for right now, I'm just gonna leave it in here because it's loving this light. I think I said before that it never did this when it was in our bathroom for the last few years. And then since moving it in here, it has just loved this setup. So I think we are good here. I am actually gonna buy a few more of these moss poles because I originally was gonna use one in here and one somewhere else, but I think obviously I'll leave this like this because it needed a taller one, and I'm gonna pick up some more because I have a few of these other plants somewhere else that kind of just doing its own thing, so I think it'd be cool to let it trail up a little bit. Like I said, I'll link them below, but it's super easy, super simple setup. It even comes with a little instruction card here. But yeah, I am gonna get ready because we are gonna paint the office. I've actually done a full face of makeup because later on we're doing a little date night, but I've made a reservation for 8 o'clock, so we have plenty of time. It is just gone 2 now, so I'm gonna get into my paint clothes. I don't think I'm gonna be rolling the walls or anything. I think honestly I'm just gonna use, I have a paintbrush up here that I used the other day, so I'm just gonna use that to do some cutting in around everything, and then maybe on the weekend, on Sunday or something like that, we can kind of get to rolling the walls. I also need to post the desks and the chairs on Facebook Marketplace too, and see if I can find someone that will pick them up today or tomorrow. All right, I'm in the office. I've changed into my painting outfit, which is this UCF t-shirt, which I'm pretty sure you've seen like a million times. I am gonna start by taking down these curtains that are in the room, just so I can get them in the wash. That way they're ready to put back up. I'm not gonna take the rail down because I forgot to bring up a screwdriver and I'm not going back downstairs. But I'm not doing any of that type of painting yet. I think I'm just gonna literally edge and maybe do the lower part of the skirting board. That way I can just roll it. What I've been doing with the skirting board is using this really old chopping boards. We had a few of them, and I slide them between the baseboard and the carpet. That way I can just run a brush along it and it doesn't get on the carpet. So that's a nice little easy hack. It just means that I don't have to like awkwardly tape the carpet. Even though we're not planning on keeping the carpet, so it's not too big of a deal if I get a little bit of paint on it. But it just keeps it clean and organized because obviously we're not doing that anytime soon. But I'm going to cut in basically everywhere on this side of the room because this side has everything stacked. I just loaded the desks and the chairs on Facebook Marketplace, so fingers crossed we sell those. A few things in here that I also need to take pictures off and post, but I'll do that another day. For right now, I'm just gonna focus on doing this. I am gonna put a show on in the background. So I have been trying to watch My Lady Jane, and I'm on the 2nd episode. I don't know if I was just trying to watch it at a time where I just did not want to watch TV, but I just could not get into it. It seemed like it's a good storyline. I was just not focused on it, so I'm just gonna put it on the background and see how far we go. So I'm gonna just press play on that, and then I'm gonna put you on a time lapse while I do a little bit on this side of the room.
And you can take hundreds.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a few days later now. It's actually Monday. This weekend I finished painting the office, so I'll show you that in a little bit. I realized halfway through of kind of finishing it that I did not pick up the camera and video any of it. So I will show you what it looks like, but I did also put a bunch of the stuff back in there that's just on the floor. We ended up selling the desks and the chairs yesterday actually while I was painting, as well as a few other things. So there isn't really any furniture in there right now, so everything is just kind of piled up along the wall. But I'll show you that in a little bit. I am just making myself a quick tea. I realize I don't have any cute mugs. This one is a cute little purple with gold, well, I guess it's like rose gold speckles. But I don't have any cute mugs. These definitely need to upgrade my mug game. I still have like the Mr. and Mrs. from when we got married. These are like from Target, I think. Just came in like a set. I do have this cute little Lake Nona mug, which I think is a Starbucks mug, one of those collections where they do all the different places, which is quite cute. And then I have this funny mug that my friend got me a couple years ago actually, before we had Cooper. So, but I definitely need to upgrade my mug game. We have so much cups and everything up there, but I definitely need some cute mugs. I actually saw on Anthropologie they had mugs that match this little sugar jar that I have. So maybe I'll see if they still have those. Like I said, it is the afternoon now on Monday. I went to the gym this morning and I actually did 30 minutes on the treadmill and then 15 minutes on the bike reading my book, which was really nice. Just took it really easy because I felt quite sore actually from painting all day yesterday. Yesterday I painted from literally 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. non-stop, so I was wiped after that. I took a bath and then I literally just wanted to lay in bed and fall asleep. But we did also watch the last episode of Love Island. I have hair. I just washed my hair, so it's really still quite poofy. Let me get to the tea bag. Right now I'm working through my PG tips. So I have about half a box left. We have a few others in here. We have Earl Grey. Oh, I also have chai, which I forgot about, but I will just stick to my PG tips for today. Drop one of those in my mug. Just pour the water in. But yeah, so we watched the last episode of the Love Island US yesterday. I stopped watching the Love Island UK. Usually I never watch the American version of Love Island because the UK one is just so good and you can't compare anything to it. But this season was just awful. I just stopped. I think I stopped before even Casa Amor happened and dived right into the the US version. It was so good. It was so dramatic. There were points where I'm just like, Kayla is ever gonna stop crying? No matter what anybody said, she was always crying, and that got quite annoying, but honestly that's probably why they got voted off, to be honest. But the final was yesterday, and surprisingly Miguel and Leah, I think is her name, were second place, which I was really surprised about, over Nicole and Kendall. But I was reading all the juicy gossip online, and I guess a lot of people don't really like Kendall, but Serena and Cordell won. If you haven't watched, I'm so sorry that I just spoiled that for you, but they won Love Island, so that was really cute. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do because the Euros are over, Love Island is over. I have no idea what I'm gonna watch every day, but I guess that'll give me some time back to read my books. I'm halfway through the book that I'm currently reading. I really need to finish it so I can finish the last 2 books of the series before we go on vacation. I think I mentioned earlier in the vlog or last vlog that I want to get through the series before we leave, so I'm not carrying around the freaking Bibles with me. But we'll see if I can even do that. Hi, Jack Jack. Jack Jack has joined us. Oh, Saturday I worked. That's why I'm like, what did we do on Saturday? Saturday, actually, before I worked, we redid the grass. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but we had to redo a patch of grass that died. So we did that in the morning, and then I went to work in the afternoon. So we didn't do really anything on Saturday. But on Friday, we went out to eat. Where did we eat? Oh my God, I have the worst memory. Friday, I remember now. We went to the JW Marriott, which is over in Orlando in the Bonnet Creek, like Disney Springs area. And we went to a Loom, which is a really nice sushi spot. I actually have a friend who works there who actually didn't work there that day that we were there, but we still went, and it was really, really good sushi and cocktails. So we did that, and then because we were so close to Disney Springs, we just decided to go there for a drink too, which was major regrets because it was so busy. We went the prior weekend on the Friday, and it really wasn't that busy, so it was really nice. I feel like my camera is, there we go, now it's focused. We went the prior week on the Friday, and it really wasn't busy, and it was really nice. We actually got a seat at the bar in the Irish pub, which is really popular over at Disney Springs. But this weekend when we went, was not the case. It was so busy, so we just got a drink at the boathouse and then kind of called it a day. I did bring my camera with me to do some filming, but I just totally forgot about it in the moment, so I don't have anything from that. Well, actually, I think I have a photo of our sushi, so I'll put it here, but that's all that I got. So really chill weekend. We've had a lot of chill weekends recently, just kind of relaxing before we go on our trip. I feel like usually we have a bunch of stuff going on, so it's been really nice just to kind of chill out. But yeah, I did finish painting the office yesterday, so that is all done. I also ordered the dresser. I really hope this dishwasher is not annoying. I also ordered the dresser for the guest room, and now, which is supposed to be arriving the first week of August, I think. Hopefully it arrives sooner. Now I'm on the hunt for stuff for the office. I need to get a new desk. We're gonna downsize to just one desk. And then I want some really nice bookshelves. I started looking a little bit yesterday before I went to bed, and everything just seems to be on back order, which really sucks. I'm really just taking it slow. I usually take Mondays pretty slow. wash my hair, kind of do like an everything shower, go to the gym. I think I might sit outside for a little bit and read my book with Cooper. I did order some things on Anthropologie this weekend. I need to turn on, let me get my tea bag out of the cup. I need to turn on my notifications for sales because I favorited a bunch of things for our trip coming up on Anthropologie, thinking like, oh yeah, it'll definitely go on sale before we leave. And I just happened to hop on there on Saturday or Friday, and half the stuff that I had favorited is now sold out because they literally just started doing 40% off of everything that's in the sale, and they were all put into the sale. So I did manage to capture a few things. There's my tea. So I did manage to pick up a few things from Anthropologie that I had been waiting to purchase. What was really weird was I put things in my cart, and then this camera does not want to focus today. I'd put things in my cart and then I'd go to check out and it would tell me that it's sold out, and I don't know if it was saying that because I had it in my cart. So then I would delete it and then I checked out with what I did have, and then I went back into the app and it told me it was available again. And it kept doing that a few times. So I don't know if it's just because me and maybe a few other people had it in our carts, so the system kept thinking it was sold out because people were buying it, but that wasn't the case. So I bought a bunch of cute jewelry that hopefully will come today or tomorrow. Something's arriving today, but I think it might just be a bracelet, and the rest is coming in one package tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'll do a little haul of what I picked up from Anthropologie sale. I think most of it is jewelry. I did pick up a bikini that I was watching to see if it'd go on sale. I think I picked up a sarong. Honestly, I can't. Oh, and then I picked up 2 bags as well, so I will show you those. The only thing is that it was final sale, so there was a bathing suit that I really liked that I put in my cart, but then when I was reading the reviews, they were super mixed, so I wasn't sure if it was gonna fit or not, and I read that it was final sale, so I didn't want to risk it, so I didn't pick that one up, but I kind of regret that. But my luck, I would get it and it wouldn't fit, and then I'd be stuck with it. So, but I'm gonna sit down now with my tea, as long as I don't spill it. And I'm gonna finish watching YouTube. I've just been watching since yesterday Sophia and Cinzia. They are the podcasters for the girls' bathroom, and I've been listening to their podcast for the last few months, but I didn't realize they did YouTube as well, so I've just been watching a few of their latest vlogs. So I'm just gonna sit and enjoy my tea and chill out, and then I'll take you upstairs and I will show you the office. All right, I've just came upstairs into the office. I don't know if you're gonna be able to really tell the kind of color that this wall is because it's already looking quite white. I do have white curtains up, so I'm hoping that on the camera you can kind of see the difference between the walls and the curtains. There's a lot of stuff in here. Let me turn you around. So this is the pile of everything that we have just piled up in here, essentially. So this right here is a lot of things that I need to put on Facebook Marketplace. This right here is actually Andrew's like beer. Let me show you, let me pull it out. It actually started as like every time we went to a brewery we would get a sticker, but now it still kind of is, but there is a few things on there that are not brewery related. Like we have a little Cooper sticker here, which is really cute. But we just have collected so many brewery stickers over the years when we travel or even here locally in Orlando. So we were trying to figure out what to do with it, and we picked up this piece of acrylic from Lowe's and had them cut it to size for us. And it used to live on the wall here in the office, and we've actually gotten pretty far with it. There's only so much left to fill in the gaps. But I think we might put this in the garage next to the dartboard, just trying to make it feel not necessarily like game roomy, but just kind of bringing in some vibe into that space. If not, I will leave it here in the office. Again, I'm not really sure since we haven't done anything in this space yet. I did mention to Andrew that maybe we could put it on this wall here. I feel like it's a perfect size for this to fit on it, and then that way when the door is closed, you can kind of see it. Even with the door open, you'll be able to see a majority of it, but that way, I just feel like that's a good blank space for if we don't move it outside. But it's really quite cool. It's got a bunch of places. So this is from Munich, from we went to Oktoberfest. We have a few things from Miami. We have Orlando. This is a restaurant, not a brewery. I'm trying to think what else. There's a bunch of things on here. This is Philadelphia. When our friends used to live up there, we went up there and did some brewery hopping. There's definitely things here from, I think this is the one I'm thinking about, from Philadelphia as well. Denver, Colorado, we were there over Christmas in 2020 or 2021. We got South Carolina. There's a whole bunch of things on here. Cricket Can, which is just like a staple here in Orlando. But yeah, there's a bunch of stickers. I haven't actually really looked at it. This one's quite cool. This is from Woodford Reserve in Kentucky. This is when we did the bourbon tour when we were up there for a wedding, which is quite cool. It's made out of like wood from the barrels. But yeah, there's a ton of things from Chicago. This is a sushi sticker from a sushi restaurant. But yeah, so tons of things. It's really quite cool. It'll look really nice when it's done. So obviously we're keeping that. But there's a bunch of things here that I either need to put on Facebook Marketplace or already have, so I'm trying to sell that. And then the rest is like Andrew's computer that we're thinking about downsizing just because of how big this computer drive is. There was a moment in time during COVID when everyone bought and built their own computers, and now we have this massive computer drive that we don't know what to do with. So hopefully we will downsize. This IKEA side table, I'm thinking about getting rid of. Someone did inquire about it, so maybe they'll pick that up today. But yeah, there's just so much stuff in here. I have all my vinyls and a couple other things. Anyways, I don't know why I just went through a rampage of what I have in this room, but this is the almost finished office. So I actually washed these curtains and hung them up. I feel like they might have, I thought maybe they shrunk because they're all just slightly above the carpet, but they're all actually hitting the same. So I'm guessing that this honestly is how they were, and I didn't notice because we used to have a rug in here, like a shaggy rug, and then the bed and everything was in here. So I guess I didn't realize that they never touched the floor. So when I was putting them up, I thought maybe they shrunk, but I don't think that's the case anymore. But this is Benjamin Moore French canvas. So it's like a very nice linen-y color. When I did put the curtains up, I noticed that it almost has a nice tint of green to the walls. So it really warms up the space from what it looked like originally with a white chalky color that came with the house when we bought it. The one thing that we have finally put up on the wall is Andrew's CFA certificate. So he, for like 5 years, did level 1, level 2, level 3. So he's finally now certified as a CFA. So for Christmas, I got his certificate framed from Michael. So we just put that up. So I think I mentioned earlier, but the idea is to put a desk here. So that'll be above it. And then a nice big bookshelf here with all of my books, some decorations. We have some things from when we traveled that we can put on there, like statues, ornaments, all things like that. And then a big chair here coming out of this corner. I'm kind of hoping I can find one where maybe I can lift it and there's storage, or the ottoman has storage, just something so it's like can be used multifunctional. And then I don't really know what to do on this wall yet. I talked about maybe doing like a sideboard or a buffet because we have a lot of like whiskey and stuff that maybe we can put on display. Hi, Cooper. That maybe we can put display in like glass cabinets. I'm not really sure. Trying to avoid putting a TV in this room because I just don't think it's necessary. This is where we're at. I have ordered 2 new handles to go on the closet here. So I'm actually gonna sand these down a little bit and then touch up the paint around them, and then that way I can put them on because they are gonna be identical to this one here. This one has speckles of paint that I need to brush off with my nails, but they're gonna be identical to these, so that'll look quite nice. I did purchase some new black hinges for all the doors in our house, and we just put them on this one here, so they look really nice. Ignore the marks on the door. We have noticed that they never actually painted these doors when they installed them in our house. We thought they had painted them white, but when you look up closely, they just have the base coat of like when you purchase the door before it's painted. Some of them look worse than others, so they're just really getting marked up, so I have to make my way around at some point and paint them. But we have switched out for the black hinges, and it looks really, really nice. So we will do the same in here, and then I also obviously am gonna do the same throughout the house entirely. But that will be a project for another day. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like. I think it looks nice. I'm gonna leave the curtains. I'm gonna leave the curtains in here because I think it still is really nice to have, let me put you down. It's really nice to have the light colors in here, kind of switching it up from what our old office used to look like. I'll insert some video footage of what that used to look like. I think I filmed it probably a few months ago when I first talked about doing this switch, but I'll insert that now. But if you didn't watch that, we did switch the room. So this actually used to be the guest room, but we just felt like this was such a nice room in terms of the amount of light that comes in here, and it's so big that it's perfect for us for our office, multifunctional space. And then the guest room, who that maybe doesn't get used so much, could go into the smaller room. So that was painted, I have hair on me. That was painted a few months ago and the bed was moved into there. So doing a big switcheroo, but our office used to be a really dark green color, which again is a really nice color, but we're just switching it up, making it lighter, making it fresher, kind of making you want to be in this room, and making it a little bit more multifunctional. I'm gonna sit now and do a little bit more exploring on some bookshelves, some desks. I'll insert 2 photos here of the ones that I found yesterday, which I think were West Elm. It might have been Crate and Barrel, but really, really nice bookshelves. Andrew wants darker furniture in here, so we're kind of going into like the middle part. So it'll be medium toned wood, just to kind of bring some masculinity into the room still. I'm gonna put on Facebook Marketplace the things that I haven't already. We have like lots of floating shelves. These were actually in our old apartment. I got them from Target. Almost looks like marble around the edge, and they're really nice wooden shelves, but I just don't have any use for them now. In our old apartment, they were actually in our bathroom to hold a bunch of things, and they were up in the guest room, but we're just gonna switch it up. So I'm gonna sell those, and then we also have this dark wood floating shelf as well, and we have 2 of these, and these used to go above our desks in the old office. And then I have this really cute poster that I picked up from Etsy when we first moved in here. I don't know if you can see it, but it is like a little art piece of Orlando. So you have like the Cinderella Castle. This is a fountain in downtown Orlando and a couple of different buildings, and then it says Orlando up here. And I had this above the guest bed when we first moved in, but I've just kind of changed my style now, so I'm going to put this up as well. And then we have a TV down here too, which is 28-inch TV. I did put it up for sale, nobody wants it, so I don't know if people just don't like small TVs anymore, but I was hoping to try to get rid of it just for cheap. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this for the rest of the day. Then I am gonna sit and read a little bit more of my book, and then I'm gonna make dinner before Andrew comes home, and we're just gonna have a chill evening.